My name is Paul van de Vijver. I'm a Belgian citizen, living already 19 years in this beautiful country, which is Namibia. We started to build 2 lodges, and then later on we built more lodges in Namibia, but Epasha and Eagle Lodge are really our flagships in this country. My family and myself, we changed the tourism industry in this country, employing a lot of people in those 19 years. Now, my favorite thing when I'm in a Pasha Lodge, I like to go in our reserve, the reserve which is about 16,000 hectares, with more than 1,000 animals of 23 kinds. And I like to go in the reserve and see, because every day, every visit in that reserve is a fascinating story. You see rhino, you see lion, you see cheetah, and the rhino, the lion, and the cheetah are my favorite animals because they must be protected. I like to protect species who are in danger. We started 19 years ago with 8 black rhino, and the black rhino is really the most endangered animal on this world. And we had a very big success because after a couple of years, let's say 12 years, 13 years, we had 18 rhino already. Until 2 years ago, we had a black day on our reserve where 2 black rhinos have been poached. The 2 female rhinos, they died, and the one had a baby. Even the baby died drinking the poisoned milk from the mother. So this was the black day in Epasha Lodge and in our reserve. But of course, I like the lion, which is our sign. The sign of Epasha, it is a lion. I was a lion in Belgium in the Lions Club, so I chose the lion. But being here for so many years, we have here the Ondundonzondandandanana Mountains, which is our mountain range from about 20 kilometers long, and there you find the meaning of the Ondundonzondandandanana Mountains is there where the shepherd goes into the mountains with his goats and his sheep and never become back because of the cheetahs. So my favorite animals are those who are endangered. And, you know, the King Elifas Emmanuel, His Majesty, King Elifas Emmanuel Kaluma, who knighted me in 2008, he chose the Order of the Cheetah to create an order for his kingdom, where he knighted me in 2008 because of what we have done socially and economically to the better of its people. He chose the Order of the Cheetah. And I've been nominated as a count in the Order of the Cheetah at that time. Now the king died now, and the new king, King Philemon Shumba, is a very clever king, which is a good friend of mine, and we're going to go around the world now to try to find investment to bring into industries who can give jobs to many people in this country. Now I'm in Epasha Lodge, and Epasha Lodge, the saying is, you don't have to die to go to heaven. Just go to Epasha Lodge in Namibia. My favorite food, because I love my antelopes. And I think about those antelopes. I don't like to eat meat. I like to eat fish. I love my animals. If they shoot one, it just goes through my heart like an arrow. So I refuse a little bit to eat meat. I like fish. I like all kind of fishing, all kind of fish from our Namibian sea. Our Namibian coast is one of the best fish harvesting places in the world. Fishing in Namibia is very important, and I love fish, and we have the best chefs of the world working in Ipasha and Eagle Lodge. So this is my favorite food.
Why did you choose Namibia to start up this huge project?
You know, this was by chance. I didn't choose Namibia. It was actually my son, Christopher, who was 19 years old, and at that age he got cancer. He had only 5% chance to get rid of his illness. We told him 80%. Now they give him chemotherapy for 9 months. I was scared to lose my son. He had only 5% chance, but you know, God was there, and the doctors, the scientists were there. I have the biggest respect for scientists, for those doctors. Dr. Professor Van Belle, who was at the bedside of my son for that whole period of time in university hospital in Ghent. And actually, he gave my son back after 9 months of chemotherapy. They operated him, and it was like a miracle. They declared him 100% after that period of time. Well, of course, he had a girlfriend, a movie star from Hollywood, and she came to visit him after 2 months in hospital. And she told beautiful stories about Ongava Lodge in Namibia, because her father was one of the investors there. And my son asked me, "Papa, if I'm not ill anymore, I would like to have a lodge in Namibia." I say, "My son, what is a lodge?" "It's a hotel, Papa." "And where is Namibia?" "It's close to South Africa." I say, "My son, you will have." There started the whole story. That promise brought me, after 9 months of chemotherapy, towards its operation, where they declared him 100%. It was in a cocoon. I was the most happy father of the world. And that story brought me to come to visit with my wife that time, and my 2 sons, Christopher and Olivier, to South Africa 10 days and 3 days to Namibia. When I came into that lodge where the beautiful girlfriend told about, Ongava Lodge, I say, "Do you still want your lodge, my son?" "Yeah, of course," he told. "Papa, I'm 100% now, and you promised me." So there started the whole story. I tried to buy shares, but there were more than 40 investors in that lodge, and I asked to the barman, "Is there any place for sale close to the gate of Etosha National Park?" And they told me, "Yes, Mr. Paul, there are 13,000 hectares for sale south of Ongava." And I came here, and in the morning I drove more than 4 hours from east to west. I had no clue what that time 13,000 hectares was all about, but of course I was amazed and astonished that such a big, beautiful reserve was for sale. And in the evening I signed the contract to buy it. And I told to my son, "We're going to build something very beautiful." So the next day I flew home, and I was a little bit worried, because I told by myself, "Paul, what have you done now? First you were scared to lose your son for a whole year, and now you sent your young boy 8,300 kilometers from home." So I didn't feel well, but after 14 days, I didn't sleep. After 14 days, I told to my son, "Come, let's go, you and me." And we went for 1 month together to visit the 40 most beautiful lodges of Botswana, South Africa, and Namibia. We were together in the same room. I was the most happy father of the world, because now my son was 100%. And at the end of that visit of those 40 lodges, to see what is avant-garde in lodges, I told, "Papa will make it better." So we decided to design something, a beautiful lodge, a 5-star lodge, and of course with a technical drawer, and later on with architects, we designed this beautiful place, which we built with 850 people in 9 months' time. So when it was open after 9 months, the minister from Belgium, he came to open it, but not officially. Later it was opened by the king, King Kaluma, and the prime minister, Theo Ben Gurirab, and the vice president, Nangolo Mbumba, and many other dignitaries. And immediately this place was recognized by leading hotels of the world to be recognized as they would like to be, that we become a member of leading hotels of the world, whereby they invited me and Cannes to be member of that group. So, but they asked me so much money, yearly fee and entrance fee, that I decided not to do so. Whereby I came back to Belgium and I decided, oh, we have the most beautiful lodge of Africa, and I created the group Leading Lodges of Africa. And then we built on and on. In 12 years, we built 9 beautiful lodges in this country, whereby we give like 11,000 people a job, and we changed actually the tourism industry in this country. That's a little bit the story of the Van de Vijver family.